in Eastern Wall Gardens today, and behind me is one of their stunning displays of sweet peas. They grow over 100 varieties here, and they're at their peak now, and they're absolutely stunning. And the scent today is absolutely gorgeous. Now, they started these sweet peas off in autumn, which is a really good time to start off sweet peas. So any time sort of October, November time is a good time to sow. Obviously, I'm sowing them a bit earlier, but this is just for filming purposes. So wait till October, November time to sow. You can buy them from all good garden centres or mail order, and there are absolutely no end of different varieties you can grow with stunning colours. Obviously I prefer the scented ones. You want to sometimes get the old-fashioned ones, the Spencer types. They're really good for scent. They're very, very easy to grow. What you need is just some multi-purpose compost, some pots or root trainers. I like to sow mine in root trainers. These are special containers that open out a bit like a little book, and it's great because you can, once they've want to plant them, they're very easy to just take out of these, and they literally just fold up, fit into a frame like so, and then you just literally fill with compost and then sow one seed to each cell. Now, I like to sow sweet peas in nice deep pots, and one per cell. I find you get a really good root ball. Some people will plant in pots. In fact, if you buy them from garden centres, you quite often get little pots of sweet peas, and you might get maybe 8 to 10 in a pot, and when you get them home you have to split them all up and divide them up and plant them individually. But I find that disturbs the roots, and I don't think you get such a good plant. I prefer them to actually have their own little root ball, and I think you get a much better plant. So you take the root trainers or your pots, and literally the seeds are nice and large. Now, some people say to soak them overnight or actually nick the seed with a knife because they're very hard seed coat, but you don't have to do any of that. Just literally sow them and go. So here we go. Literally just put one seed in each cell, about 1 inch deep. Cover with a little bit more compost, or you can put some vermiculite or perlite over the top. Give them a good watering, and in October you can actually just put them into the greenhouse if it can often be still quite warm at that time of year when the sun's on it. You could germinate them in the house if it's getting a bit cold at that time of year, especially November. Sow them and put them in the house just to germinate them. But once they're germinated, they want to be grown on cool, cool but light, but frost free. So put them in a cold frame or in on a greenhouse bench. It can be unheated greenhouse, and grow them on slowly through the winter. And then come spring, come March, April, you can then actually plant them out. If they get a little bit too leggy, you can actually nip the tops out, and then they'll actually bush out a little bit as well. So that's sowing your sweet peas, and then you'll soon have a display like this next year.